cyber security risk in smart grid. Because already we covered the some of the aspects of cyber security. So in this video lecture we are planning to study about what are the problems or the strategy of making the cyber security, and what are the risks we need to take in providing the cyber security, especially in case of smart grid. Usually the cyber security risk will appear in each phase of the project life cycle, which may include the managerial, operational, as well as in technical processes. In all these, in managing the electricity or the demand issue, or operating the data or communication in between in between the grids, or in between the any phases of the power system, and in all the technical processes, wherever the communication is going on, wherever the data processing is going on, the cyber security risk will appear. The main primary components that may be vulnerable to security risk, that includes major the IT applications and the communication network. The one more point is very important, is the communication network. What point of communication network you are going to use, and the endpoints. The endpoint means the maybe the meter where we are going to measure the data, or automatic metering infrastructure, whatever we are using, AMI, those things. And in case of home display, to display something, we are using some of the devices to measure the condition of the smart grid there, and thermostats, so those will measure the temperature for the monitoring purpose. So those are the some major components which we are going to take very serious in case of the security. There are some substantial risk that comes into picture, because we need to integrate the data, you need to go for the control commands, and especially we are exchanging the information through the equipment. Okay, for example, by using the smart meters, or by using the air communication technology, wireless, wired, radio frequency, or any of the media we are going to use for the communication, which is not appropriately secured. These all are the risk what we are having in case of the smart grid. The following are the some of the trade-offs we must include in considering the cyber security risk. The other business or non-functional requirements what we are going to have. Then the performance, what is the response time of the device, and how you are going to identify the usability, what is the how frequently the user is using that particular device. Upgradability means whether is it possible to replace the existing equipment which is already in the communication work. Adaptability, whether is it possible to reconfigure the different new applications into that device or not. And the effectiveness is one more trade-off which is very important, which will give the information relevant pertaining to the business process, timely, correctly, consistently, usable manner, whether the data is delivered to the particular person or not, that defines the effectiveness. And the efficiency, which gives the provision of information whatever we are going to provide. Confidentiality, whether the protection is very sensitive information whatever we are sending, whether is it going to authorized person or not. Integrity, that defines the accuracy, completeness, the validity of the information. And availability, whether the information whatever we are sending, whenever we are requiring that particular data, whether is it available or not. Then compliance, by using some laws, regulations, contractual arrangements, whether it is complying with that or not. And especially reliability is the one more issue, especially in case of information management, the reliability issue will comes into picture. So it is very important to consider some of the system constraints when we are trying to develop the security requirements. What are those? You need to go into the well established constraints, especially in case of smart grid, whether your computing power in remote devices is available or not, computational power, whether the suitable network is there or not, the bandwidth, its throughput, latency, you need to identify. Then whatever the data we are going to capture, whether we have enough space to store or not. Then wherever we are going to provide the security system, whether the availability of the power in the remote devices is there or not, and personal, what is the average maintenance time and all that, and some of the financial constraints. These are the some constraints we have when developing the security requirements. Also we have some maturity constraint, interconnection of the infrastructure, integration, interoperability. These all are the some things we need to have. Maybe whether it is application oriented or not, information oriented or not, infrastructure wise is it good or not, whether people are able to plan, organize, acquire, implement, deliver some of the things of the smart grid or not. These all are the some constraint we need to have before developing the security constraints, security requirements. Let us glance with the cyber security concern associated with the AMI. AMI is the automatic metering infrastructure, which is convergence of the power grid, as already we studied about this. The communications infrastructure and the supporting infrastructure, these are the two important parameters of the AMI. This system is considered by the collection of the software. You need to have certain software for the suitable hardware, and operators are required, and some information system must be there, and which has applications of billing, customer service support, and electrical distribution. These all are the main key components of the AMI. For these all considerations, you need to go for the security. The cyber security point is very important in all the things of the AMI. Especially in case of mitigation approach to the cyber security, you need to follow the following things. First, you need to identify and classify the information that you want to protect. First, whatever the information you want to protect, you need to identify and classify that data by using the useful information or unuseful information, like that. Then you need to define the detailed security requirements. And you need to review the proposed security architecture that is designed to meet the specific requirements, and you need to have the study of the devices which is capable of upgrading to meet the certain standards, and it must have the testing and security controls, developing a remediation plan to mitigate the risk, and installing a system with built-in management, monitoring and periodically assessing the effectiveness of the security controls. Now let us discuss about the cyber security and some possible operations for improving the methodology for other users. See, as the communication system is already established, the support of monitoring and control system, especially in smart grid, is very important, which is a two-way communication path. This path, it has some potential attacks in a particular path, and a knowledgeable attacker will hack this data. So there are many potential entry points. Those are physically unprotected, so you need to concern with those particular points, especially in case of wireless networks. It can be easily monitored by the attackers and may be susceptible to man in the middle MITM attacks. So the security mechanisms in place are intended to prevent the unauthorized use of these communication paths, but there are weaknesses in these mechanisms also. So while providing the cyber security, the possible operation for improving the methodology, the users must take care of these all aspects before establishing the current methodology. So this is what I am trying to cover about the cyber security in this particular video lecture. So with this we completed the model 4. So in the next video lecture we talk about the model 5. Thank you.